Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and Brad and I are doing a discussion over First Rat, which is another rat game. I feel like it's just kind of like the new shtick. Birds are out, nature's out, it's all about the rat. And I guess by rats, there's this one and what, Rats of Wisteria or whatever.
Rats of Westar.
Yeah, something like that. So 2 games, but it's not a lot, but this is kind of odd.
They're both about anthropomorphic rats.
That's true. That's true. So this is a game that you actually told me about. Just kind of the concept of not really worker placement, but essentially a resource collection to have these rats collect these resources to build parts of a spaceship to get to a moon that they think is that they think is made of cheese. Very interesting in theme. And I remember whenever you brought it up, like I was like, "Oh, that sounds pretty fascinating." And I think this is a cute little game. I'm not like enthralled by it, but for just kind of picking a strategy and just going with it, and like basically completely ignoring the shipbuilding. I mean, it was really close in terms of points because I like games that have like end game scoring. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, hey man, you can just go in here and just get a bunch of points, but by just stealing those tokens and just go into the back. And it's like, nah, don't even worry about the ship. And it was valid. I didn't win, but it was like it wasn't like it's close. 81-30, where it's like, oh, I guess you have to build the ship.
Right.
But it is unique. I don't know of any game that kind of does this similar thing.
And I heard about it because Tom Vassell loved it.
Was it Tom? I thought it was Mike. I remember Mike Delisio was talking.
Okay, so maybe they both played together, whatever. But
I think this was either on the top 10 of Mike's for the 2023, or it was on their surprises because
I think it was surprises.
You wouldn't expect this to just kind of be kind of as good as it is.
And this is one that playing it 2-player, it's super fast, and there's not as much like interaction and stuff, space stealing and stuff, so it's a little more wide open.
Yeah, which space stealing isn't even like that big of a deal.
No,
you don't really.
It's
very light. Like it's not like, oh, I'm gonna block you. It's like,
I mean, the teach of this was super fast.
Yeah,
and it was super easy. I mean, it was just it took longer to get the pieces set out than it did to teach the game. And
pretty much,
and I think that's why my wife and I like it, because you don't have to think too much.
No, not at all. I mean, there was a lot of times where like you would be getting resources, and I was just already. I'm like, oh, I know exactly where I'm going to go. Boom, boom, go.
Yeah. And and it has the flip side where you can change up the spots. So
that is a very well. If this was it, I'd be like, okay.
I think it's the same. It's the exact same spots. So you just put them in different.
No, that's perfectly fine. If you're completely shuffling those and putting them out, then it's like, oh, that completely creates a new puzzle.
Mm-hmm. And, I didn't even use this because I could have gained a lot of resources on that one. But
well, I mean, we did have pretty much separate strategies. I went hyper fixated on just constantly moving my rat around, or my little mouse in the tunnel. But what was also cool is I was worried that this game was kind of like other worker placement where it's like, get all your rats out.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
No, I basically popped one up to the top almost immediately and then ran with 2. And again, I didn't win, but I never felt like I was like, I'm hosed. Yeah. Like, I didn't get all of my rats. So
I like getting them all out because since you can move them multiple rats and landing on the same color, I mean, it kind of makes it to where you can, especially if you start getting like, these where it costs less to do
the really good combo,
where you're getting 1 extra, plus you're getting the light bulb bonus, but I mean, you can really start crazy. And then if I would have thought and used this that time I gained all the resources, I would have had a bunch more extra.
That's true.
To use for end game.
Yeah, so, I mean, not even end game. If the one where you got like 10 cheese, you could have doubled it and actually gotten another cube out.
So
this game has enough. It feels very light, like very, very simple. But what it does really well for like filler games is it has like end game victory conditions. It has special powers, with the whatever the hell these are, the matchboxes.
They're like backpacks.
Oh, backpacks.
Yeah.
With the backpack MacBacks. With the backpacks and the comic books.
Yeah. Well, there's other comic books that are yellow, and they're super mite rats. And
Okay.
you'll play that on your first time, but they are actually these little things, and they sit on your rat meeple. And they become that superhero. So they have special powers, like they'll move.
I have
more,
no idea what this theme is, man. Like, why are they becoming superheroes?
Well, it's like they're imagining maybe that they're reading the comic books.
Yeah, these are actually all rats in their dying moments from rat poison.
Yeah,
and they're
they
like,
all
we're
do,
gonna
like-
make it to
They'll
the
have
cheese moon.
these special abilities that particular rat, that superhero rat, can have.
That's cool.
And stuff. So
I mean, it's a
kinda
game
adds-
straight out of the box with tons of variants
Yeah.
to add. But I like that. If this wasn't here, I mean, it'd be like, oh man, another resource collection. We'd have another Emerge on our hands.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, this game is mediocre. I think the other cool concept is the stealing.
where you can just steal and
Yeah, you can
move
just
back
take
to
in
the
and
start.
just go all the way back to
Because
the
you want
start.
to do that sometimes.
Yeah,
Because then once your light bulbs are up, you're getting a lot more resources.
right. That
It's rat steal, so it's thematic that way.
Right.
You know, it's like
And also, like, these bottle caps, it's like, because I was hedging my bets. I was like, you know what? I bet you I don't want to do the ship. So I'm going to get 12 points and just focusing on my points elsewhere. I did kind of diverge a little bit from, because I was going to do the lightning, the light bulb as well. And I think there was one for a light bulb here. Yeah, there it is. So I was going to try and do both the apple core and the light bulb. But I think eventually the light bulb spots started not clearing up or lining up as much. But it's pretty neat. I mean, like, especially if seeing this early, it's like, ooh, now I'm definitely gonna just shoot all the way up there. It's neat.
Yeah, and I've played it at all the player accounts except for solo. There's a solo deck because there's a solo deck.
Okay.
In there that you can run it solo. I've never tried it because I don't know what it would be, if it really needs to
Yeah,
be played
that'd be
solo.
weird.
You know, but you know, they all play the same. You know, two players just fast.
Yeah.
4-player, there's a lot more interaction going with these, which, like you said, it's not much. But if you have multiple rats, there's 3 other people's rats on there, and you have to pay 3 cheese.
Exactly.
You know, to those.
You're
get
less
out
likely
and
to
stuff.
have an abundance of cheese.
Right.
You're gonna probably
and
have
you're
some
racing more here, but these grays aren't going to be here.
That's
if you're
true.
playing a 4-player game.
Yeah.
So it does decent with scaling.
And also the fact that there's tiles in there that change up the scoring, which is another. That's also interesting. Most games don't do scoring changes. So pretty much the whole board's modular. I mean, there's also a ton of of these tokens, so you're not going to see the same ones every time. And this game is what, $30-$40?
It's not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like 35 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
this is. It's not quite for me up to that filler level that has me sit there thinking like some other filler games, but it's also not Splendor where I'm just like,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I'll take that. Can we do literally anything else? But like other filler games like Canvas or Calico or Cascadia, those kind of have a similar vibe that have me thinking kind of like, this didn't quite have that for me, but it wasn't. It was still like enough that I was like, yeah, no, this is really neat. Especially if you start changing up the board and it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of those colors right next to each other.
Yeah.
Now I'm definitely gonna get all my rats out and move my lightning bulb up, so then I can just
Right.
and it's an abundance of something. But yeah, like weird, unique theme, enough variety for scoring, but also super quick. I don't really have many negatives
No,
for it.
not really.
For a game
Yeah.
that's kind of like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a quick one. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you giving First Rat?
Taking this game for what it is meant to be. It's not meant to be a long game. It's not meant to be like a feature game of a game night.
Right.
You know, and stuff like that. I'm still, with the amount of times I played it and as good as it's played, I'm probably going to do like a 7.
That's actually that's interesting because that's also what I'm giving it as a 7. But you had all that preamble.
Yeah.
Given every time I thought I was like you were gonna just be like 9
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Well, because I wanted to see what it played like with somebody else in a 2-player game.
Yeah.
Because my wife and I play it, and she's a different kind of gamer than you are. So I was just
Sure.
curious, what if you would bring other strategies to it, which you did.
Right.
I mean, you started just going ham on the rat holes.
Yeah, I was like,
You
I can get a lot of points for that. And the iconography is also just completely, like, it just makes sense, like, from the get-go. But I am also going to give it a 7. I think this is a good game if someone were to be like, hey, we're playing First Ray, you want to hop in? I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Which is nice. Yep. So, I have no idea who these designers are. Gabriele Auciello and Virginio Gigli.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a European release first. I think it was over at Essen when it first came out. So.
Like the cover, really like the art. So this is a good one. This is a solid one. If you're just looking for like a game to get that's like in your cart, you're like, oh, I get free shipping over orders over 100. I'm at $80. Pick it up. It's a solid one. Like. Which is very nice because it's like I don't think this was Kickstarter.
Oh no.
And Pegasus Spiel is a company that's just they're always weird.
They bring stuff over from Europe. That's one of their features. So,
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. That's our thoughts on First Rat. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.